Miscellaneous exercise in chapter 8 beta. First question, find the area under given curves and given lines. Okay, so the first curve is y is equal to x square. So you know this is a parabola it is an upward opening parabola, and the bounding lines are x is equal to 1 would be a line parallel to uh, y-axis, and x is equal to 2 would be another such line. Okay, so you can do that on your own. I am taking the second part out here. Both of them, the working will exactly be the same. The curves also, the shape of the curve also come out to be the same. So I have done the second one where that is x to the power of 4. Okay, so now curve tracing is not in your course anymore. But so for this case, we will just remember if accidentally this curve comes. Okay, this you know by looking at it that this is a standard parabola. If this curve comes, y is equal x to the power of 4, then that is also the shape of it is also a kind of parabolic shape only, like this. Okay, which comes symmetrical about y-axis for this case. So the curve out here, that is x is equal to y is equal to x to the power of 4 would be a curve something like this. Okay, then bounding lines that were given to you was when x is 1, so x is equal to 1 is this line parallel to y-axis, another one x is equal to 5. Okay, and both the lines are going to intersect the parabola, because if you put x is equal to 1 here, so x is equal to 1 will give you y is equal to 1, so 1 comma 1 एक तो यहाँ पर मिलेगा, ये वाली लाइन यहाँ पे मिलेगी 1 comma 1 में, and if you put x is equal to 5, then this becomes x 5 to the power of 4. Okay, so even that is a real number, so that means the other line is also going to intersect, but 5 to the power of 4, that's a huge number. Okay, that's 625 ho jata hai. So somewhere quite above it will go and meet. That is not a concern, we need not show that, because hame mathematically rough idea mil hi gaya hai ki what is happening is that you have a parabola, then you have one line here, another line here, to iske beech ke area ki baat karni thi hame, area between these. Okay, and x axis of course usne bola hai, so we need to go to axis only. ऑलराइट, अगर वो क्लियर वाई एक्सिस होता तो इनसाइड द पैराबोला की बात होती, बट एक्स एक्सिस फॉर एन अपवर्ड ओपनिंग पैराबोला इज एक्सटीरियर पार्ट ऑफ पैराबोला दैट वी हैव टू कंसिडर. Okay, so considering all these curves in mind, then this is the area that you get. The shaded portion is what you have to evaluate, so for which we will consider vertical rectangles of width dx, and such rectangles will be moved from here till here. This is the area in question, that is when x is 1 to x is equal to 5. So आपकी limits of integration decide हो जाती हैं. The required area will be obtained as 1 to 5 y dx. So 1 to 5 x to the power of 4 dx, that was our y. Parabola ka. Okay, parabola, not exactly, yes, but it comes out to be parabolic only. Okay, so now integrating this, x to the power of 4's integration is x to the power of 5 upon 5. Evaluate it within limits, upper limit minus lower limits, and you know your answer. Okay, so the second one now, children, find the area between the curve x is equal to y. We've done this kind of curve earlier. Okay, this is a line cutting the coordinate axis, equally inclined to the coordinate axis in first quadrant. Right, we've seen that line, and then y is equal to x square. Again, that's your upward opening parabola. So upward opening parabola hai, usko aise line cut kar rahi hai. We've done that kind of question earlier, so you will try this on your own beta. Okay, now find the area of the region lying in the first quadrant and bounded by y is equal to 4x square. Again, an upward opening parabola. Okay, y is equal to 4x square means again एक upward parabola है, and x is equal to 0 means y-axis. X is equal to 0 is y-axis, and y is equal to 1 and y is equal to 4 would be lines parallel to x-axis. So ये तो थोड़ा shifted parabola है. So suppose this was your parabola. So आपका एक ऐसा ही upward opening parabola आ रहा है इस question में. Then they are talking about parabola, y-axis, then a line x y is equal to 1 would be some line like this, y is equal to 4 would be some line like this. तो इसमें आपको थोड़ा horizontal rectangle लेना पड़ेगा, because you are going up to y-axis. Curve होगा, उसमें बीच में कोई cut portion होगा, so यहाँ पे horizontal rectangle लोगे, dy length चलेगी. That's the only difference. Okay, so you'll be able to do that. Try that as well on your own. Now fourth one was saying sketch the graph for y is equal to modulus of x plus 3. We've seen modulus functions also earlier. So modulus means it will have one's positive sign, one's negative sign. So this is actually pair of curves, two curves. And what kind of curves? X and y में linear है, तो lines. We're talking about actually two lines. Okay, so we have to first draw the sketch for those two lines. So here is your, this means one line would be y is equal to x plus 3 when x would be greater than equal to minus 3. Okay, when this quantity would be positive, we will take it as it is. और ये जब positive होगी greater than 0 means it will be x is greater than minus 3. And for x is smaller than minus 3, जब ये negative हो जाएगी तो you'll give it an additional negative sign. That's how we define modulus function. So these are the two lines in question out here. Okay, now to plot them, हम इसकी प्लॉटिंग के लिए आप इनका पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरसेक्शन भी चाहो तो साइमल्टेनियसली सॉल्व करके इनका -3 आएगा. x is equal to -3 will be the point of intersection, or the other way around. To plot roughly the lines, you can take when x is equal to 0, y is equal to 3. So for this line, 0,3 is one point on the line, and when y is equal to 0, your x will come out to be -3. So -3,0 ये point होगा lying on x-axis. So these are the 2 points. Join these 2 points, you get your line y is equal to x plus 3. Likewise, to plot this line, same way, if you put x is equal to 0, your y comes out to be -3. So x is 0, y is -3 is a point on this line. Another point, you can take y 0, then you will get x is equal to -3. So ये x is equal to -3 meeting point भी हो गया क्योंकि ये दोनों lines में fall कर रहा है. Okay. So again, इन दोनों को जब आप ज्वाइन करोगे तो आपको नेक्स्ट लाइन मिल जाएगी. नाउ हियर चिल्ड्रन, इफ यू ऑब्जर्व, आई हैव ड्रॉन दिस एज अ डॉटेड लाइन हियर. व्हाई? बिकॉज ये लाइन कब एग्जिस्ट करती है? यहाँ पे कंडीशन लगा है दैट व्हेन x इज स्मॉलर देन -3, ओनली देन दिस लाइन इज गोइंग टू एग्जिस्ट. ओके, सो दिस इज योर पॉइंट, x इज इक्वल टू -3. तो इससे छोटा जब x है तब ये लाइन होगी, इसके पहले ये वाली लाइन होगी. तो ये यहाँ पे इमेजिनरी है. This line doesn't actually exist here. वो तो for plotting हमको point चाहिए था, and वो convenient point होते हैं x0, y0, so I had taken it. Okay, so but this line does not actually exist here. यहाँ पे अगर line बना दोगे तो confuse हो जाओगे, ये line और ये line समझोगे, ये line यहाँ पे नहीं है. Okay, when bounding comes, area bounded, तो आपको ध्यान रखना है कि ये line यहाँ exist नहीं करती है, ये ऐसे चल रही है. So these are your two lines. First line going this way, positive के लिए, second negative line x y is equal to -x -3 is going this way. Okay, so these are your two lines. तो पहला काम उसने बोला था plot this. We have plotted the graph, and then we were asked to evaluate this from -6 to 0. We had to evaluate this clearly. हमको अगर हम ग्राफ नहीं भी बनाते, otherwise also just from the definition we know that the lines are going to change their nature, or the equation of the line will change from the point x is equal to -3. तो हमें ब्रेक करना पड़ेगा लिमिट को. एंड अभी हमें ग्राफ बना के और क्लियरली दिख रहा है कि इस एरिया में रेक्टेंगल अलग लाइन पे चल रहा है, इस लाइन पे अलग, इस एरिया में रेक्टेंगल अलग लाइन पे गवर्न होगा. Okay, so we will break the limits. We'll say from -6 to -3 हमने ब्रेक कर लिया. So from -6 to -3 ये वाली लाइन एग्जिस्ट करती थी, नेगेटिव वाली, तो हमने उसका इक्वेशन रखा है y of this line. Then from -3 to 0, y of the other line where it was positive. Okay, right? तो ग्राफ से समझना है, एंड ग्राफ से नहीं भी तो आपको मैथमेटिकली भी ये फैक्ट समझ आता है. Okay, now integration is easy. Integrate x का x² / 2, this becomes 3x. Negative sign I've taken common, kept outside. Then you'll evaluate at upper limit as well as lower limit. Okay, then integration of x is x² / 2 and plus 3x. Then evaluating this also at upper and lower limits. Complete these calculations, you'll end up getting the area as 9 square units.